What's going on, everybody? You found Bottom Tier Collector, and I am your host, the confused camera angle one. Every time I go for this style of background where I want to feature more things, I hate the angle. So I'm testing this out to see if I hate it. I don't care if you hate it. I'm going to use the camera angle I'm pleased with, but if you would like to give your opinion, go right ahead in the comments, and maybe I will considering pondering your comment. That didn't make sense, but this mail haul will. It was supposed to be an unboxing, more of like an unpacking. For those of you, you shipping porn people out there that are very tedious about the way your books are shipped, and you can't barehand your comics, and if the protective sleeve over the protective case of the comic book is scuffed, you cry. I understand. This is for you guys. It was shipped in a economy mailer. I don't know what these are called. It's first class packaging though. And then they taped it to these two pieces of cardboard. And let me tell you guys, the book did not come in damaged. Putting your comic book in Fort Knox is overkill. I understand. There are hundreds of videos out there of shipping disasters and nightmares. I understand shipping trauma and PTSD is a thing. And this is not a promo. I genuinely feel bad for you guys. That sucks. UPS and FedEx and Amazon and all the other shipping services, they need to do their part. But sometimes this is something, if I was on Brian LCS's 411 and he talks about, one of the questions he likes to ask is, what is the one thing you find negative about the community that you would like to change? I would like to change the pretentiousness of how the community treats shipping. It just irritates me when people, they don't get the pull tabs on the blue painter's tape, and so they're frustrated, and it makes me grind my teeth at how pretentious we can be. Just be happy that your books weren't damaged. If they weren't damaged, if they were damaged, you have a gripe all day, and I'm with you. But let's get into it. I've rambled for too long. The book that I purchased is New Gods 1. This is now the oldest comic book in my collection. I'm going to put it up right here. I know I'm double dipping. I've got, a book right here that's in this omnibus, and I understand some people, I find shipping irritating. Some people may find double dipping in stories baffling, and I would understand. I probably used to think that way when I first got into the hobby. I really held my support small business flag high and only buy physical single issues. I was just that kind of guy when I first got into the hobby. But now I think of collecting a story in singles that I have the omnibus of as a way of just celebrating the story. It's a way for me to just... I've got my Woodmead visitor tag on. I'm just going to leave it on for the whole video. I just now realized that I have my Woodmead visitor tag on. Yeah, just my way of celebrating a story. And I'm going to take the book out because not only do I want to get on the nerves of people that are pretentious and anal about shipping, I also want to give people that are scared to barehand key comic books nightmares. This book is in the condition I thought it was in. There might even be some water damage, which makes me sad. I do not appreciate water damage on my books. There is sun damage here. I've opened up this book. This is take 2 of this book. There's definitely sun damage right here. Cover starting to become detached. What makes this book so significant is it's the first appearance of the New Gods. So Orion, Highfather, Lightray, Metron. There's got to be female New Gods in there somewhere, but I've never seen them except for Highfather's wife. So it's in there somewhere. Here's first panel of Orion, first splash page of Orion. If you're not well versed in New Gods, Orion is Darkseid's son. He was given to Highfather in exchange for Scott Free, Mr. Miracle, as a peace treaty between Apocalypse and New Gods. That is the original canon, the original lore set up. Here's the first panel of Lightray. I hope you guys got that. If not, oh well. Here's first panel of Highfather and the first panel of Metron. Oh, my cover's now detached. That's okay. Here is the second cameo of Darkseid. And now everybody that doesn't Barehand Comics is having a nightmare. I did not further damage the book. The cover was essentially detached. I just helped it completely detach by fondling it. It's okay. It'll be okay, guys. I'm not sweating it. The book is exactly how I pictured it would be from the eBay pictures. Seller did a great job of advertising the book. This is one of the more expensive books in my collection. I'm mostly a dollar bin, $5, $10 bin guy. This really hit the threshold that I have for just, I don't want to say instantly pulling the trigger, but I feel comfortable in the heat of the moment pulling the trigger on a book I have FOMO on. At this price. I used to not care about the market. Real quick, I'm going to try to make this a short video. But I used to not care about the market. A book is either worth what I was willing to pay or it wasn't. And I was comfortable with that because I'm just frugal and shrewd by nature. I have spent some change on books, full disclosure. And 2 of the 3 books I'm fixing to show are 2 of the 3 most expensive comic books in my collection. So full disclosure, I have spent money on comic books. But until recently, I just never did data research. I never cared. It just seemed like overkill. I dabble in the stock market, so that's where I do market analysis and stuff. I don't want to have to do that for something I consider just a fun thing. I don't do this for profit. But for this book specifically, it felt like the book had fallen 50% from where it was 2 years ago. So I got an account just this last week on Cover Price, made the free account and looked up what the average price for this book was in the condition it was in, and I spent 68 cents over the market average price, which is fine with me. If I can get a book within $5-10 of the market average price, I'm okay with pulling the trigger on a book that I'm certain I will pull the trigger on. I don't think I have anything else to add, but yeah, I pulled the trigger and I paid basically fair market value. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I include taxes and shipping. I actually won this book for about $7 cheaper than what was listed on Cover Price. But because of taxes, shipping, and fees on eBay, which is why you never want to shop for dollar books on eBay, I paid 68 cents over the average market price. And I include taxes, shipping, and fees for what I pay for a book. I don't know why anyone wouldn't do that unless they're just trying to pose like they get these mega steals all the time on eBay. I'd like to celebrate Fourth World. I've got 5 issues left to go before I'm completely finished with the series. These are 3. These make up the 4 biggest books in my Fourth World collection. Part of my collecting goals is to collect all of Fourth World in single issue format, and I'm trying to knock out the keys. So here's Mr. Miracle 1. That's first appearance and first cover appearance of Mr. Miracle. This is Mr. Miracle 2, first appearance of Granny Goodness, and the second most valuable book in my collection. which is weird. You'd think it'd be this one, right? But it's Mr. Miracle number 4. First appearance of Big Barda, Mr. Miracle's wife. So there it is. There's the big 4 in my collection. I have 2 issues left to go to get Mr. Miracle Volume 1 collected. This is the only issue I own of New Gods. Well, I own the DC First Issue Special, Return of the New Gods issue, but I don't really count that. This is the first issue I own of the Kirby original 11 issues of New God. I need to get Forever People 1 and Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. Let me say that right. 134. Get those 2 books, and I'll have all the Big Daddy, Big Boy books from Fourth World wrapped up. Probably need to get New Gods 7 after that to have, you know, the mid keys wrapped up, and then I can just start knocking out the run fillers after that. Thank you guys for watching this unboxing. I know I drug out a 1 issue unboxing, but wanted to talk a little bit about Fourth World. Wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, show off other books in my collection, and just use New Gods 1 as a way to do that. Hope you enjoyed the camera angle. If you didn't, I don't care. When I finish Fourth World, I'm going to try and do a live stream about my experience with Fourth World. So look for that in the future. Again. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting. And until next time, guys.